A long time ago, God chose a group of people, eventually known as the Jews, to be God's special people. He chose a leader called Moses for them and rescued them from Egypt, where they had been living as slaves. God gave them their own land where they could live in safety. They were meant to be different to all the other countries around them and live the way that God had told them to. You see, God had given Moses a set of laws and instructions which told the Jews that they should always love God and love other people. But again and again, God's people failed to love God and they failed to love other people. Instead, they kept ignoring and rejecting God, choosing to worship other fake gods. And they lived selfish lives, just like all the other countries around them. By breaking God's laws, they had been unfaithful to God. The Bible calls this sin. Sin is serious. God had warned Moses,
If my people are unfaithful, I will scatter them among the nations.
and so when they kept sinning and rebelling against God again and again, God punished them by sending an invading army from Babylon to conquer their land. Their capital city, Jerusalem, was destroyed. They were taken captive and driven from their land. But God did not forget his people. Daniel and his friends followed God's laws, and God looked after them even as they lived in Babylon. And around 70 years later, God let the Jews return to their land so that they could learn to live as God's people once again. He sent two leaders to help them rebuild Jerusalem, their capital city. First, God sent Ezra to teach the people how they were to live, worshipping God in the rebuilt temple and following God's laws. Then God sent Nehemiah to help rebuild the walls of the city. Without the walls, God's people were vulnerable to being attacked by a group of nasty people led by these guys, Sanballat and Tobiah. Today, we are going to find out how God gave Nehemiah his important mission of rebuilding the city walls.